All right, everyone, welcome back. This time around, we have not only the Anchor people listening in, but we also have podcast peeps on iTunes, Google Play Music. We also have the YouTube peeps that are joining us on this post. I've got the camera running while I'm doing this. If you guys are not following the Anchor stuff that's going on, you gotta check this out. Gotta check it out. We just finished a pretty cool segment before this particular post that I think a lot of you would have liked. So anchor.fm/PolyglotAzren is where you guys can find that. YouTube peeps, I will link it in the description below. Now, I want to do a bit of an unscripted rant for today's video slash podcast here. And I want to do an unscripted rant based on the following. I'm going through some Chinese lessons right now, some intensive Mandarin lessons, and something extremely interesting, very fascinating happened today, which was very, very suddenly. I was in my class and I noticed that, holy moly, I was able to talk way more than I've been able to talk in the past. Like literally, when I say way more, I mean like triple the amount that I was able to talk. Like I could just get all the words out. And obviously, not everything would come out, but a lot of the things that I wanted to say were coming out. And I just found that quite interesting because I have had that same experience in essentially every second language or every foreign language that I've ever seriously really studied. So for instance, when I went to French, happened to me in French. When I did Spanish, it's happened to me in Spanish. In Mandarin, it's happened to me multiple times. And actually, that's an interesting point. It happens to me multiple times per language. I study really hard. And all of a sudden, one day, you wake up and there's been a massive improvement. So you go this huge block of time without seeing any serious improvement. And then very suddenly, one day you're like, whoa, I improved a lot. And I find that to be quite a unique aspect of language learning because with other skills, I feel like you will see more gradual improvement as you go. And with languages, not to say that you don't see gradual improvement, because you do, obviously you do. But often you feel the biggest changes, at least in my personal experience. If I'm wrong or if you guys think something different or if you've had different experiences, let me know. But in my experience, I feel like you often feel the biggest changes, the biggest leaps after a significant amount of work. And in my case specifically, that change comes in a bit of a burst. Like there's a big burst of improvement very, very suddenly, which was the result of many, many hours, many, many weeks, many, many months, a long time and lots of effort. So it was something I wanted to come on the camera, come on the Anchor, come on the podcast, come on and rant on in an unscripted manner for a while because I don't know how many people actually realize that this is how it happens. I do question if other people's brains, if there's other people out there who essentially function, or their brains function the same way as mine, and they study a language, they don't see any significant improvements in the first 2 months, and all of a sudden they quit. Because they think, oh man, this is so hard, I'm not improving, screw this. But I want to talk about this because maybe there's other people who are in the same boat as me that if they just kept on going, they would see a huge burst of improvement after the 4th month or after the 5th month or after the whatever time frame, right? And I want to go on a tangent actually, it just occurred to me. I think we need to stop talking about, I've been studying this language for X amount of months. I don't think months or weeks is really the best measure for how long you've studied a language or how long you've studied a language. I think the months and the years matter, but the other thing that equally matters is the number of hours. If you had studied, let's say, if you had studied a language for 7 years, but really you only did half an hour a week versus someone who did, 5 years, but had done 15 hours a week, well, the person who does 5 years got way more hours of study under their belt than you. So naturally, they're going to be way better than you. Probably. That's it's usually how it would work out. So anyway, that's where I'm going to end my unscripted rant. Nothing else is coming to mind. So have an awesome day. YouTube peeps, check out the podcast, check out the Anchor. So I'll put links in the description for you. Anchor peeps, check out the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/AZREN, the language nerd, AZREN, the language nerd. Check it out. I think that covers everything. So have a good day. See you guys.